Y'all, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son Hamashiach, Yahawashai, Yeshua, Yehoshua, Yashayah. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. Brother Feeney is here. Another lesson. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. These two little flaming Cheetos up here, man. These effeminate men. And this is what, I think this is the last generation, far as the black church. This is the last generation. Y'all got the last generation in. Once this generation, once them Geno, TD, well, even some, even your TD, it might be a little flaming, but just that generation, that older, that group there, that 50 and older group, once they gone, black church, this is the black church. This is the next generation. This is the next gen church. And you see some of that with your, what they call those churches, man. The ones that's kind of in the warehouses, and they have the stage with all the lights, and they have a full band, and like a Michael Todd kind of situation. And John Gray. Or John Gary is his name, I think. But it's not traditional church. All right, they gutting out warehouses, and it's almost like a club. It's almost kind of like a club, but that's the intermediate, like that's the middle ground, and it's blending in, and then eventually you're gonna have this. All right, this will be coming in around 2035, 24. That ain't no prophet. This ain't no prophecy. This is just me speculating, y'all. So I don't want y'all going back and putting this video. Man, Phineas told us, man. That joke on that prison, man, that joke said something, man. But you don't get a grasp on it. And it's hard, even this movement. I seen what was that brother name, man? Shalaki. Apologies. Ringo, brother Ringo, TV. He was over there explaining. I watched one of his recent lives, and he was explaining why it's some of these people that you just don't talk against, and that is that alphabet community and the little hats. It was in reference to the Candace Owens situation. Shout out to Ringo. Shout out to New Breed. It was in reference to Candace Owens and how she got demonetized, and because of what her that speech that she had, and it is not smart. It's not smart. It's not you got to use wisdom when operating, especially when you're operating on these folks' platform, under their system. You have to operate by their rules. It's not right. You don't want to do it, but you still got to operate under their rules if you're going to operate here. If you're going to operate within this YouTube spectrum, you got to be careful. And so it's going to be hard in saying that. It's going to be hard for the church to try to correct this. Because we don't let it get this far. Because in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we let the choir boy. We knew that boy. We know that boy was little had that sugar in him. We know that boy had that sugar in him, and we didn't say nothing. And eventually, those choir directors, they end up going off and starting their own churches. Now the choir director end up having a music career, and then now he's starting a church, and he flamed out. And never received the correction. Everybody giggled. He was everybody's best friend. All the girls, befriended him instead of correcting him. And now we have this. This joker is just perverted the story of Naomi. Now I know my audience are biblically sound enough to understand that they are perverting this story. So I'm not gonna go into the Naomi and try to correct these. This is just this is devilish. Like this is I ain't gonna say devilish, this is of the devil. And just think about how bold people are to get up here and say something like this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Watch it.
I don't even read the Bible. Number one, Ruth and Naomi. Ruth and Naomi. Ruth and Naomi were in a same-sex lesbian relationship.
And, you know, where's the uproar? Where's the outcry from the church? You know, man, this stuff crazy.
Look how quiet it got in here. I'm trying to sit down. But for all of you that grew up in these classes being taught to wait on your Boaz, that God is going to send Ruth her Boaz, God sent Ruth Naomi. When you read the vows and the
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You can make this text say anything. That's why we're trying to teach how to learn. We're trying to teach you how to learn. A lot of the culture of learning within Israelism is us watching videos and writing stuff down. No questions. No questions. And if you're not asking questions, a lot of times you're probably not checking what these folks is telling you. You're not checking what I'm telling you. There should always be questions. There should always be a little bite back. You know, and you don't have to do it, you know, in the class. But you could do it when you get home. You should go and prove it. I'm finna try to disprove what this joker is saying. I'm gonna make sure that what he's saying is correct. He went to Ezekiel chapter 5. I need to know what Ezekiel chapter 5 is about. Yeah, he pulled one verse out of there, but I need to know what that whole chapter is about. Then he jumped over there to Jeremiah chapter 10. I need to know what Jeremiah chapter 10 is about and how he's connecting these two. And can it be connected? I know what he did in class, but can it really be connected? What is he doing? So, you know, that's one thing I want to do is to build a culture of that, of us knowing how to use some of these tools so that we can sharpen each other, and not just be, you know, and not and all the brothers that's in the comments, it ain't beef, man. We have to have these discussions. I welcome those discussions, and I'm grateful for them, and for other people to see them. When we have that dialogue and there's a thread down the video, I'm like, yeah, and I like that because you'll try me. And I love it that you do try me, but make sure you try everybody. Try all spirits. Try all these jokers. Question everything these jokers is doing. Don't just question stuff that you don't like to hear. You like, oh man, hey, you know, you questioning stuff that, you know, somebody telling you or proving that something that you believe in is wrong. Question the stuff that you even like. You know, question that too. Question everything. And test it, prove it to make sure. Be like the Bereans to make sure that what they're saying is accurate. Here is just blatant inaccuracy. All you gotta do is go read the Ruth. Just go read Ruth.
The covenants that they made with each other, they are vows that we still use today in marriage ceremonies. She said, wherever you go, I will go. Your God will be my God. There are even references, and I don't have time.
And are we saying that in marriage, the ceremonies, man? Like, you know, possibly it's a little stretch. Maybe you said something like that, like it's implying something like that, but I don't know if that's for better or for worse. I don't know if it's in that cue card.
To do this, we don't do this in this teaching. We have a teaching where we do break down these scriptures, but there are references.
And maybe this is you know, they got that Queen James Bible. Maybe this is how they using these scriptures. And I don't know this ministry. Maybe this ministry is a total Rainbow Community Ministry. And I'm sitting up here trying to critique something that's just already rainbowed and already off cue it out the gate. I don't know.
That demonstrate,
but they are spreading this stuff, and you may not know that, and that may be problematic too, that somebody can pick this up and not know that. And again, I you know, that's my feeling, man, is that black women love gay men. They love them. Who else in here? He got a crowd
that they had a sexual relationship. I'll even take it further. For all of y'all that talking about some,
we can't go past that. What this joker just said.
References that demonstrate that they had a sexual relationship. I'll even take it further. For all of y'all that talking about some, Ruth and Boaz are the examples of for single women. Ruth got Boaz drunk.
And even them laughs, you don't know, you don't know where them laughs coming from, or who them laughs coming from at. That's a flaming crowd in there, man. But yeah.
Ruth got Boaz drunk. Ruth got Boaz drunk, had sex with him for the sake of having a baby. And in the text, it does not say Ruth and Boaz's baby. It says Naomi's baby. Boaz was a sperm donor.
Them men in there. Nah, I'm not even playing it back. Y'all, these are men out there just hollering.
Donor. That's called surrogacy.
I love it. And they gonna throw that joker all kinds of money. They gonna throw him all kinds of money. He gonna be driving Rolls Royces around this thing, man. You gotta worry about his church, because there's a lot of churches, you know, have a lot of financial situations. This church is not gonna be one of them. All right, itchy ear doctrine, and it's teaching perverseness. It's justifying sin. And we know the scriptures, man. You know, no effeminate shall enter into the kingdom, man. But they don't care nothing about that. This is entertainment. This is something else. All right, and again, it's of Satan, man. This is confusion. And a lot of people, like, you know, they're gonna be getting so into this trash that they're gonna be regurgitating this. And I'm sure he's regurgitating. He's looking at the screen right now. He done got this lesson from somebody. Somebody, that might be a Queen James commentary, you know, where they're writing sermons based off of this perversion, off this perverseness, off of this sin, off of this lust. And we know what it talks about the end times, man. Men will be lovers of themselves, and they will leave the natural use of the woman. And, man, you know, this is the times that we living in. It's gonna get worse, y'all. It's gonna get worse. All right, that was the end of it. All right, man. I pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all on the next one, man. Wow.